Okay, I'm Ken Good. I'm from Monroeville, Pennsylvania. I'm the current president of the Tripoli Rocketry Association. We're out here at Balls 17. It's been a beautiful weekend. Perfect weather, lots of exciting flights. I managed to live down a stigma that's traveled with me for a while and not being L3, and I achieved my level 3 certification this weekend, so it's one less thing to ridicule me about. But it's a great time, lots of good projects out here. And it's probably the best weekend I've seen since I started coming to Black Rock.
Okay, so now I understand there was a little problem with the 14.9-second rule or 15-second motor rule.
Yeah, that's correct. We had a situation where the Federal Aviation Administration has been, they issued a notice of proposed rulemaking last year. We made some comments to that rule, but in part and parcel of the FAA investigating our comments and verifying what we're doing here at Balls with the high-level flights and the long burn flights is they brought up a concern they had about the 15-second rule. The problem is we had already negotiated a modification to a 15-second burn limit rule that's the normal standing rule with the FAA many years ago. Through the auspices of board member Dick Embry and former President Dick Embry. So we're right now in a dialogue with them. The exemption that we had arranged with them several years ago was a 60-second burn time limit. And of course, virtually every project out here was well within the 60-second limit. The 15-second limit that they brought up this time was going to be a problem. We had a few people to make sure that we didn't violate what the FAA wanted to do while we work this situation out, adjust their projects so that they moved them to 14.9 seconds to keep under their rule. However, what we anticipate is we're going to continue the dialogue with the FAA. Dick Embry has already initiated that dialogue and reminded them of the agreement. So we're going to have to work to get that all worked out and documented. And it would be my expectation in the final rule that the FAA publishes that might be part of the rule that permits us to have a 60-second burn time, or in some way have it better documented for the future.
Control type of stuff you have. Thanks.
Any comments on the update of the lawsuit?
Well, I think we're going to have some news, at least on the court front, on a request we have made from the court as of this last Friday. I don't want to get too more explicit at this point, but both myself and Trip Barber, the president of the National Association of Rocketry, have been in communication with our attorneys over the past month and have discussed what we may be able to do to see if we can get the court's attention to issue a ruling on this. Our attorneys have prepared a motion which was filed on Friday, and we'll have to see what the court's response is to that motion. Hopefully we'll get, maybe we'll be able to get a rehearing with the court to get a new status on where they are and actually issuing an opinion on our case. It's long overdue, I think, as we all know, and
okay,
I think the judge would also like to get it off his docket as well.
Not a good note. I understand we're having a crack team doing LDRs next year.
That's what I understand. Actually, we are going to have an LDRS in New York, and it's going to be undertaken by a number of different prefectures. If you want me to list them all, I'm probably going to have trouble with by memory, but it's going to be sponsored by Rockets Magazine, and we're looking forward to a very nice LDRS. Actually, it's going to be MDRA and Mitra and the Pyro Group. And let's see, we have another one, Tripoli, Central Virginia.
Correct.
And were there any more?
No.
I think that's it. Thanks, Bob. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a new venue for LDRS. It'll be a good opportunity for Eastern flyers to do some high flying, and I think it's going to. I think we're going to find that we'll have a higher window than the last Eastern LDRS that we had. So I hope everybody's going to come out to see it. And it's a beautiful part of the country. I'm rather familiar with it. It's in the Finger Lake District. Just a great, beautiful place to be. So I would encourage all flyers to make sure they make it to our next LDRS.
Okay, I expect to see you there with a rocket.
I will be. You can bet on it. Maybe more than one.
Thanks, Ken.
Okay, thanks, Bob.